Samsung set to test the waters with 50,000 units of its next-gen tri-foldable smartphone. Samsung expects to release a limited quantity of its new tri-fold smartphone, just 50,000 units to not overrun the new Z Fold 7 foldable smartphone. They anticipate a restricted launch of 50,000 units for its forthcoming tri-fold smartphone, the Galaxy Z Fold, in October 2025 to prevent hurting Galaxy Z Fold 7 sales. This deliberate release intends to preserve foldable market leadership and compete with Apple's predicted foldable iPhone in 2026. And will be testing the market with a limited quantity launch of its upcoming tri-fold smartphone with just 50,000 units, so that it doesn't take too much of the foldable success away from its Galaxy Z Fold 7, and that it keeps a confident glare at Apple, which is preparing a foldable iPhone for 2026. In a fresh report, we're hearing that Samsung Electronics has decided on creating over 50,000 of its new double-folding tri-fold smartphone, with mass production preparations employing the necessary materials with component supply. Samsung will introduce its new tri-fold smartphone, known as the Galaxy Z Fold, as early as next month with a launch in November. 50,000 isn't many at all, and if we rewind the clock back to Samsung's first foldable, the Galaxy Fold, which released in 2019, the business created 500,000 units. It has been popular enough during the years leading up to the Galaxy Z Fold 7, selling millions and millions of foldable smartphones in that period. Samsung is also not wanting to clash with its new Z Fold 7, which is another reason to only build 50,000 copies of its new tri-fold smartphone. If Samsung were to create larger numbers of its new tri-fold smartphone, it could eat into the sales of its new Fold 7, which is why Samsung is aiming after a limited sales plan. An industry official said, "The Fold 7 is performing better than expected. It seems the firm does not want to draw attention away from it by unveiling a new foldable phone. Apple has its Vision Pro on the market, a pricey and not so well-selling XR headset, with a foldable iPhone expected to hit the market in 2026. Samsung will be 2 steps ahead, or is that 2 folds ahead, with a tri-fold smartphone before Apple even has a single foldable product on the market." Samsung Electronics revealed in its Q2 2025 earnings results. In H2 2025, the NX business expects to continue a flagship-first approach for smartphone sales concentrating on foldables and the Galaxy S25 series, while highlighting the AI features of the Galaxy S series to expand market share. It will also reinforce the AI capabilities of tablets and wearables and expand the Galaxy ecosystem with the launch of products with new form factors, including extended reality and tri-fold devices, and contribute to maintaining solid profitability despite market uncertainties and rising bill of materials costs. For several months, leaks and rumors about Samsung's tri-fold phone have been doing the rounds. While the corporation has verified its existence and showed that it is in the process, a release date has not been assigned to it. Now, following a few similar leaks, another known leaker has indicated the phone could be presented during an Unpacked event slated for late October. It is unknown at this moment what the phone will be officially termed. The company is apparently planning an Unpacked event on the date in its home nation, where it will not only debut the new foldable, but also its Project Muhan Nasa headset and AI-enabled Galaxy glasses. This isn't the first time the October date has been mentioned. Ice Universe from Germany, as well as reports coming out of South Korea, indicated of an Unpacked event on October, where the foldable was rumored to be unveiled. The Galaxy glasses, also cited by Ice Universe, however, are recent additions to the list. Recently, a pair of animations demonstrating the Samsung TriFold leaked online, demoing the wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, and NFC functions. They also revealed how the phone will fold. The left third of the display will fold onto the middle area, and these 2 pieces will then fold on to the right third. Another animation showed the rear of the Galaxy Z TriFold in its unfurled configuration with a selfie camera cutout in the middle area. This is the portion that will become the front when the phone is folded all the way. As for the cost, the Galaxy Z TriFold will of course be a pricey offering, and reports predict a probable price tag roughly $2,900. With Samsung looking to unveil its first TriFold phone, Huawei is gearing ready to introduce its second one, the Mate X-T. In the past, I used to think of foldable phones as somewhat of a novelty, but after spending time with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, I'll confess that I was mistaken. However, certain apps struggle to get the most out of the expanded display area, and this is an issue that a trifold screen may only make worse. For instance, I recently wanted to investigate whether foldable phones gave a better streaming experience than conventional phones. In concept, I believed that the bigger screen would offer the finest viewing, but I discovered that most programs didn't make the most of the hardware. For instance, Disney Plus tends to just use a part of the screen instead of the complete thing, which reduces the experience of having the larger display. I have a sense that the same will be true of the larger G Fold as well, especially as I can't see developers hurrying to modify programs for a device with so little inventory. There is an argument that Samsung may develop specific AI capabilities for the G Fold in an attempt to pull in interest, but I have my concerns about this. Again, it falls down to whether the rumor of a smaller launch turns out to be true, as I can't picture Samsung developing special AI features that the majority of users will never experience. There's another significant question when it comes to the Galaxy G Fold. How much will it cost? Let's be fair, Samsung's foldable phones are already some of the most costly that you can currently, with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 costing $1,899 when it was debuted. Not only that, the Huawei Mate base model costs $2,800, and it would only be fair to presume the same will be true of Samsung. We've even seen estimations as high as $3,500. Let's be clear. That is a sum that is much beyond what the typical individual would ever consider spending for a phone. You could quite easily buy one of the greatest phones and the best tablets for that same money. With that in mind, I ask again, who is this really for? However, it isn't to suggest that this will be the only trifold phone we will ever see. It might be the precursor to an altogether new line of phones. Only time will tell. We are working hard on a trifold smartphone with the intention of launching it at the end of this year, Rowe stated. We are presently focused on improving the product and its usage, but we have not selected its name. As the product nears completion, we are planning to make a final choice soon. The speculation saying the handset would be dubbed the Samsung Galaxy G Fold may have been overdone if Samsung hasn't selected a name yet. Or the corporation could be on pace to call it that, and Rowe isn't ready to share the beans yet. With Huawei still facing US sanctions, there's no easy way to obtain Google apps on any Huawei phone. Combined with the difficulties of acquiring one, this isn't going to take off outside of its home market of China. But the Mate XT is a benchmark by which to compare all other triple foldables, thanks to its solidly built architecture. At its core, the Galaxy Z TriFold is driven by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a high-performance engine built to handle demanding applications and multitasking with ease. This, along with its expansive tablet-like display, makes the device perfect for productive tasks, immersive entertainment, and seamless multitasking. Samsung is projected to debut the Galaxy Z TriFold by the end of 2025, targeting tech enthusiasts, professionals, and early adopters who value new technologies. However, its high pricing may position it as a niche product, appealing exclusively to people who are ready to invest in a gadget that bridges the gap between smartphones and tablets. As with any new gadget, the Galaxy Z TriFold comes with certain trade-offs. The use of a second external display adds to the device's thickness, which could hinder its portability for some users. Additionally, while the device supports wireless and reverse wireless charging, the charging speeds may not match those of competing flagship handsets, potentially disappointing users who seek quick charging capabilities. Despite these hurdles, Samsung's focus on durability, practicality, and unique design sets the Galaxy Z TriFold apart from its competition. By stressing screen protection and practical features, the business intends to provide a device that appeals to both early adopters and professionals wanting a versatile tool for work and leisure. The Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold represents a significant development in foldable smartphone technology. With its innovative G Fold design, greater durability, and inclusion of flagship features, it delivers a compelling combination of utility and innovation. While its increased thickness and pricey pricing may deter some consumers, The Galaxy Z TriFold demonstrates Samsung's dedication to pushing the boundaries of mobile technology. As the release date approaches, this TriFold smartphone is ready to attract the attention of people wanting a gadget that effortlessly merges the features of a smartphone and a tablet. Whether you are a tech enthusiast or a professional looking for a versatile and sturdy tool, the Galaxy Z TriFold promises to give a terrific experience that redefines what foldable devices can achieve. Let me know what you think about the prospective G Fold. Is the simple act of being able to fold 3 times enough to tempt you, or is it more of an easily forgotten curiosity? So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.